Last time on Will Save Mystery. The group decides to take a short rest to mull over recent events while investigating the missing security chief, Algiada. Just when the group finds a moment of peace, the group is alerted by another individual's approach. Grath, pilot of the Chimera and proud owner of the Yosoki tail ring. Nico Orion lost his cool on the Yosoki, threatening him with violence by sticking his gun in his face. And after a few drinks, Song bursts into the room and is terrified by the marauding space goblin gang called the New Bloods. How will the adventurers handle this situation? Find out this time on Will Save.
All right, I gotta ask a question.
I don't like the sound of this.
Yeah. This is the type of question you ask when you're 15 episodes
Well, I don't have
in.
to answer, so...
You don't have to answer. No one is obliged to answer, but your answer would be great.
Stop being so confrontational.
Look, it's literally what I'm supposed to do. I'm supposed to confront you in encounters and push you on things.
Hey, I once wrestled a giraffe to the ground with my bare hands.
If that's a real story, I want to hear it.
No,
Yes, please.
Step Brothers.
No, that's not it.
Step Brothers.
No.
Step
Step
Brothers.
Brothers
quote.
fans.
Never
Yeah.
mind.
Put another coin in for
Disappointment.
Nick's obscure references.
Step Brothers fans will know that one, hands down.
Here's my question. What if I made a steak and it was well done, like really well done?
Oh
and
my
then I
god!
put
If you say you
ketchup on
put
it,
ketchup on it,
and then I put ketchup.
No.
What if I did that? What would you do? What would you do?
I wouldn't come to your house anymore.
What's the
Is it
context
for
of
us
this?
or for you?
No, it's just for me. It's for the way
Like,
that I like to do
you,
it. Yeah.
like-
What if I did it in front of you? I was like, oh no, that's my steak. It's on there for another 10 minutes.
We would
And then-
probably try to tell you that you shouldn't do it. And
Yeah, I
then
think so.
let you do what you want to do eventually.
I agree with Kelly, actually.
and then judge you secretly
We'd
after the
educate
fact.
you. Yeah.
I would be like,
Uh,
cool, here's a hot dog. You should try this instead.
I have a fairly involved story about this one, but because I have fairly involved stories about everything,
Yeah, you do.
I'll keep it short and I'll keep
Okay.
it anonymous. But
Okay.
I do have a friend that convinced us, and I'm sorry for listening, and you know exactly who I'm talking about, but that convinced my group of friends to go to Ruth's Chris, which is a fancy steakhouse.
Nice place.
Yeah,
Place?
good place.
And the person that got us to go there then ordered a steak well done. And even the waiter was like, oh,
Sure.
how
How
sure
long
about that?
was the silence at the table after they said that?
Did the
Yeah.
whole restaurant just turn and look
Music.
at you guys?
I'm pretty sure like somebody hit the stop button on the music and everything.
Yeah, like
It
there's like a
was-
record scratch, and that
Yeah.
person's voice is like, "You may be wondering how I got here."
Yeah.
And like
then
the
they-
chef came out and was like,
Yes.
actually, sir, we don't have to cook it well done for you.
We don't actually
you
offer
ask?
well done here.
Did he
don't
walk
offer
back
it.
on his decision, or did he go through
No,
with the
he,
well
that,
done?
he went forward with it. And ordered. Yeah, I was like, man.
What would you say his alignment is as a person? Lawful evil or chaotic
Lawful
evil?
evil, obviously.
Lawful evil?
No, I would just say straight up evil. Like that's why would you ever do that to a Ruth Chris?
Or
steak?
just true neutral.
I
No,
think that
no, it's
that
true
decision. No, that decision was like chaotic evil.
like
I think-
why on earth would you ever do that to a Ruth
But
Chris
I,
steak?
I think that person, if you are listening, I'm so sorry. But I do think that person in general is like a chaotic neutral. Yeah.
hashtag judgment.
I don't think it stands
Yeah.
up to the fact that, like, when confronted, this person still insisted Like, wouldn't you be like, you don't order a well done
Not if you're
steak?
chaotic evil.
If you're chaotic, okay, I guess. Sure.
Hey, and I just made steak last night too, and it was beautiful. A
And you
perfect
burnt it-
medium.
Burnt
Perfect
it to a
medium.
crisp. Oh, okay.
Perfect medium. I did a great
So,
job.
what would you say your alignments are? If you had to put a finger on it.
I'd say Nico Orion is pretty much chaotic neutral, pretty hard. Like, he'll obey the laws when they're convenient for him, but if he has to bend them to get what he needs done, he'll do it. Like, he has no qualms about living outside if he has to.
Wait, were you asking about our characters or us as people?
I was asking about you as people, but you know what? We haven't talked about our characters' alignments, so pro tip, Hero Lab, when you put in your alignment, has a great little blurb about each alignment. So if you go to Hero Lab and you click on the alignment that you are, you can read about it. It's really
Thank
good.
you, Hero Lab.
Thank you, Hero Lab, and
Thank you, Hero
Syrinscape,
Lab.
and Roll20, and Paizo.
Wait, where is this at?
Hero Lab.
Oh, the link doesn't. When I click on it, it doesn't come up. Oh, damn it, Hero Lab.
Hero Lab, if you need a 5-second jingle for YouTube ads, then then it's us.
Wait, where is it at? It's under profile?
It's right
Yeah.
under your base.
It's when you go to profile, and you go navigate character
Yeah.
and then to profile, that's where
Yeah.
it tells you, because
Yeah.
that's where you decide what you're...
It's a cool blurb. The developers did some good.
So,
good
okay,
verbiage
I'll
there.
read this one off. This is Rick's, and I'll read it off, and you can decide what it is. So,
Okay.
it's pretty straightforward. You act as a good person is expected. You act as a good person is expected by a society to act. You're honorable and compassionate. You keep your word, and you fight injustice in a disciplined fashion. You believe that rules and structure are necessary for a healthy society, but only if they help people do the right thing. Other alignments may see you as simplistic and valuing ideological purity over progress.
Lawful good.
Lawful good. Yeah, Rick is definitely a lawful good character.
I'll read mine's. Unpredictable and often follow their own personal code without a care for others. They are often selfish, and the only thing predictable about them is their unpredictable natures. Even so, they still have a limit they do not cross. Commonly found among antiheroes.
Chaotic neutral?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes. That's
Very
just
nice.
like Nico.
Correct.
Correct. What about you, Dr. OK?
Dr. Ok's. Do you want me to read the description?
Sure.
Yeah. You follow a code and don't willingly break it, whether that's societal law or a personal ethos. You feel that order and organization are the only things holding society together, and while you believe in authority, you don't confuse it with morality. The system may hurt as well as help, but it's better than no system at all. Others may resent your inflexibility, but at least you're dependable.
Is it lawful neutral?
Lawful neutral.
Lawful
Yeah.
neutral.
Yeah, there it is.
And thanks, Hero Lab, but it's also the same thing in the core rulebook on page 24, if you're curious. It does have all of them.
that's where they got it.
Yeah, because
Paizo.
So
Way to go.
I was wrong for Nico's. Nico's isn't chaotic neutral. He's
How
just neutral.
dare you?
Neutral,
He's just
neutral?
True neutral?
He's just true neutral. You may hold an aloof philosophical commitment to balance and neutrality, but more likely you simply don't hold any particular inclinations toward other alignments. You likely prefer good to evil, but don't go out of your way to uphold it. You act in your own self-interest and may be keenly aware that the universe considers mortal beliefs to be irrelevant. Non-sentient creatures are always considered neutral as they lack the self-awareness to make informed choices and simply act on instinct or programming.
so you're
Sounds
saying
like a
Is
self-dig.
Nico self-aware?
no, Nico's non-sentient.
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 That's just a comment on non-sentient creatures. I just act in my own self-interest, and
Which is
But,
an interesting
fair.
thing
That's-
that you are in a party with lawful and chaotic, good and neutral people, and that your friend is the chaotic neutral character. And so it's interesting to see what you may learn or what others may learn from you.
indeed.
Indeed.
I'm just gonna go back to myself though. I think in my real world, I try to be a neutral good.
Can you do that?
And you can define that however you want. But
So, like,
Neutral
you try
first?
to do good
Yeah.
things, but not according to law.
I do what I think is right, but it's not necessarily by the rules.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'd say that might be me too.
Got it.
I'd say I'm chaotic good.
Yeah, I agree with that. Yeah,
That's how I'd describe myself.
Nick?
I think I categorize myself as chaotic good, just in regular everyday society.
Okay.
Just because, I mean, if it's at midnight or 1 o'clock and I don't see any cars coming both ways, and the stop sign says,
whoa! Plead the
gives a
fifth,
red
man.
hand.
Don't
You're a rebel.
incriminate yourself.
Yeah, watch out, man. The FBI surveillance van is monitoring this recording, so I'm just saying.
And NSA is listening to this Zoom meeting, so
Yeah, they're in. I see them in
how
the
many
meeting.
watch lists do you think you guys are on? Is really
not as many as you will. You
Not
guys
as
all-
many
how
as you will.
spectrum, how far
And
on the
with
spectrum
that-
you are.
Let's go to the Starfinder
That
universe.
reminds me of another joke.
That reminds me of another joke. That reminds me of the time that I said, you all need to roll for some initiative against some space goblins.
Yeah. Natural 20.
Hold on,
Bam.
we're going around. That was impressive, but we're going around. Hold on.
Oh, it gets
Let's
even
see.
better.
All right. You walk around the corner and see 4 space goblins tearing up the corridor, ripping the interior apart, looking, pushing each other, frantically devouring the ship, it seems like. And when they see you, they shout, "No one will stop the noob lads!" And they attack you. Who got a 20 or above?
I did.
Oh, 2
What?
people. What?
Yeah.
Pros over here. All right. What'd you get?
So
What'd you get?
good.
Yeah, so good.
I got a 21.
Okay. Wow. Kev, what'd you get?
I rolled a natural 20 with my plus 8, so I rolled a 28. for
holy
initiative.
That is-
I thought I was just flexing on you. Damn it.
Gosh.
Wow, that is outrageous.
Yeah.
That is outrageous. Anybody 15 to 20?
Jeez.
10 to 15? 5 to 10?
Plus 8 initiative?
Yeah, we talked about
1
this
to
before.
5?
I got a 4.
Oh my goodness! I didn't think I'd go to the bottom of the barrel for this. So Nico got a 4. What about you, Dr.
I got a
The crazy
4.
thing, it makes sense because look at how our stance is that Heerz and
Yeah, that's true.
Dr. OK rolled a natural 2.
So what's your total, Dr.
3.
3.
so just so our listeners know, like we're standing against this hallway on on a corner edge, and Rick is the one up against the wall that he tried to peek around, and so it's Rick and Heerz are on the front, and then you have the other players in the back. So it makes a lot
really
of
makes
sense.
sense.
That we have the high initiative.
Serendipitous.
It is serendipitous, indeed. Well, I think we all know who goes first at the top of round 1. What are you doing, Rick 19?
So Rick is going to step out. Oh no! Sorry, hold on. I had to reload.
Oh, the energy.
I know, draining. He's going to step out. And
Strong
he's
start.
going to lift his artillery azimuth laser,
This cannon.
and he's going to look at the goblins and say, "I suggest you stop what you're doing." And then he is going to hold an action.
Okay.
I have to look this up. I forget how Starfinder
Your character's
works
starting to
again.
remind me of RoboCop.
Oh, now you know he's lawful good. He's got to be a cop, huh?
He reminds me
No,
of
I'm just saying. Like, I saw a meme this morning of like RoboCop, and I was just like, now that you say the thing that triggered it for me was just like, I suggest you stop what you're doing right now. And what I completed in my head was like, citizen. And I was just like, is this RoboCop?
Susan, do you want to delay or ready in action?
I'm trying to look. What's the difference? So
You delay until other characters have taken their turn.
Wait, I have to
Or
be
you
careful
can
because
ready.
last time I did this, it moved me in my initiative, and I don't want to do that. So I'm going to ready an action because delay for the remainder of combat. This changes your initiative count to the current initiative count for the remainder of combat. So I'm going to ready an action, and I'm going to ready to shoot if they make any kind of violent movements.
Okay. So once they make a violent movement, and note here, if the readied action is not a purely defensive action, such as shooting a foe if he shoots at you, it takes place immediately after their triggering event.
Okay.
Got it. So you are readying an action if they take any violent thing. I realized I didn't show you all what they look like, so I wanted to show you a quick snippet of what they look like. Boom.
Ooh.
They
Was
are
that helmet
goblins?
and everything?
Yeah. It's like they just have this sense of everything that they wear or own or use is like cobbled together. They're quite the tinkerers.
They look
you could
very
say.
small. So they're about 3 to 4 feet tall. They're very skinny and have large heads with long, pointy ears.
Yeah.
You would almost say that they look
The artwork
like
is great.
an evil version of a well-known.
Paizo's got some
Character.
great artwork.
Yeah, most of
Shout
the
out
weight
to
is in their
Paizo.
head, so you can see their body being very thin, but their head is huge. And they got some cool pirate earrings too. Here, speaking of pirates, what are you doing? It's your turn.
Heerz sees that Rick is just preparing to like see what they'll do. So he knows that maybe he's going to try to talk them down. So he's just going to ready his. I think he also has a azimuth artillery laser. Isn't that right?
Your cryo one? You're going to use the new gun you got?
The new gun.
What did you call it, John?
The ice carbine.
Ice
carbine.
That's the other word I was looking for.
He readies the ice carbine.
Sub-zero ice
Sub-zero.
carbine.
He raises the ice carbine. Sub-zero ice.
And he will shoot when Rick takes a shot. And
Okay.
he thinks he's like more like Detroit Become Human than RoboCop, personally.
Okay.
Verse
Aw.
19.
So he's
I like
also readying an action.
Yes.
Okay. Against which goblin?
The one on the left. Right
I'll
in
take
front
the
of me.
one. The one right in front of me would be the one on the right.
Okay. All right. Cool. All right. Well, funny enough, it is their turn, and the one that is immediately in front of Heerz turns, and having seen Heerz around the corner, just goes, "Never!" and pulls out this like really junky looking laser and shoots it. What is your EAC, Heerz?
It is 8.
8? Your EAC is 8?
My EAC is 8.
All right, that's going to be a hit as this gun goes like and like can barely seem to hold itself, and it fires a laser, and you take that is 2 points of damage as this hits your leg. Wait, Rick, you had it against the one in front of you. Here's you had the ready action against the one in front of you. So now here's you get to go.
Well, Heerz shoots him in the face.
Okay.
And that will
Against
be...
EAC?
Yes.
Yeah.
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 It's a 19. to
Oh,
hit.
that hits. Wow.
Well done.
And it's a 1d8 damage.
Oh my goodness, this is dangerous.
That actually would make a pretty good cue. I'm going to work on that. Dangerous.
It's 4 damage. But
We
let's
need
not
some more
forget
cues.
that I am not proficient. So I take it's like -4 to hit.
Oh,
right?
to your attack roll, so it's a 15,
Yeah.
right? You still hit.
15.
So
All
it's
right, cool.
4 damage. Wow. Okay. Yeah, that hits the goblin. And then the goblin kind of smiles and it's like, Jinjaroga will kill you, Jinjaroga. And like as blood starts to come out of the goblin's mouth.
What a
And
psycho.
they are psychos because the one next to you levels another unsteady laser at Rick. And that is a critical failure.
Yes! That's what I'm talking about.
Nice.
Wow. So this is interesting. You see the space goblin. Oh wow. You see the space goblin pull out the gun, point it, and pulls the trigger, and then you hear this like and the energy in the gun, like light seems to come out through the seams of the gun as if it's going to explode, and the goblin hits the gun and it goes, and then all the energy comes back down. It looked like the gun was literally unstable and about to explode. That is insane. And I believe it is your turn now, Rick.
Yes, it is. So Rick is then going to roll with a... it's my D20. Make sure it's a D20. He's going to roll to blast this thing with his...
Blast it.
Azimuth artillery laser.
Cannon laser.
I got a 5. It's a plus 10. Or sorry, it's a 10 to hit.
It's a 10 to hit. That does not hit. It hits the wall next to it, and chunks of the wall fly off onto the ground. You were close. You were close.
But no cigar.
Rick is gonna cigar.
Rick is then going to turn to Heerz, who's kind of closest to him, and say, I only have 3 more shots of this artillery laser.
Heerz gets the implication and knows that he's pretty shite with this gun. So he just kind of like says, here you go, and like tosses it to him.
Sweet.
The ice carbine, Sub-Zero.
Okay, let's, I'll say on your turn, Rick, you'll have to use that as a move action to, like, catch it.
Okay.
That makes sense? Like, it's fine for Heerz to be like, here you go, but then now Heerz is going to need to pull a gun on Heer's turn. Rick, you're going to need to catch the gun on your turn. Does that make sense?
Sounds good. So we'll just remember that when we get to it.
Yeah,
I'm a goldfish, so you're going to have to remind me.
Don't worry, I got you. And then at that point, there's another goblin that runs up, and having seen that Heerz was hit, is going to level their unstable laser in between and shoot at Heerz. Let's see what happens, Heerz. I think I hit my boom. That is a 16 against your EAC, which I believe hits. Yes?
Yes. Does he have to take partial cover or something, like shooting between those two guys?
I'm going to say because he's right there and they're small, I don't think so.
Okay.
Yeah.
That hits. How much
That's
damage?
1 point of damage. 1 point of damage. And then the other one runs up and also aims at you, Heerz.
Oh, come on. Death by 1,000 cuts.
That is 11.
He knows you're weak.
That hits. That is 4 points of damage. What are you at now?
Well, all right. So stamina goes first, right? So I use all that up. Now I'm down to I have 10 out of 11 hit points.
Oh, wow. Okay. All right. Ooh, things are getting hairy already. You know whose turn it is? Oh, my boy, Grath. Grath runs up, pushes through, and like leans around between you, Heerz, and Rick, and just goes, die! And then fires. And I believe that is a hit from our good buddy, Grath. Oh, yeah. Yeah, that's a 20 to hit. And I'm like playing against myself here. And that is the one that is... he's probably going to shoot first at this one. That's on the left. So he runs around, pulls out the azimuth laser pistol, which he had out, shoots at the space goblin on the left, and that goblin gets hit in the face and falls dead.
Good.
I believe it is Nico's turn next. What are you doing?
Can I move here, John, without giving the goblins cover and shoot? Or do I have to get in front of them?
I'll say because you're right there, you can probably get a clear line of sight.
All right.
Yeah, that's fine.
So I'll just run.
Okay, you run there.
Nico, seeing as though he had his 2 blasters out, he doesn't have to do any type of action to kind of draw them.
Yep.
What he's going to do at this point is he's going to roll 2 attacks to hit this goblin right here.
Okay. Firing at a -3 each.
No, 0 because I have a +3. The first one is a 14.
That hits.
All right, and the second? Second one is a 13.
That also hits. Roll your damage on that goblin.
Difference between a goblin. What's the difference between a goon and a goblin? John, the first one's a 4.
Okay. What's the second one?
The second one's a 2.
Oh, it falls to the ground dead. And as it does, it falls and it's just like... like a crazy psycho goblin.
Nico says
What
as
do
Nico says as he shoots him, he's just like, "Okay, who wants to die first?"
Well, that one clearly died. Dr. OK, what are you doing? It's your turn.
Dr. Ok's, well, there's not it's very crowded.
You four have crowded in, yes.
There are 3 goblins remaining.
2.
You
can see.
Okay,
yeah,
2.
you step in front of Rick.
Yeah, so I'm going to step in front of Rick, and I'm thinking I'm just going to shoot at one of them. I mean, there's no reasoning with these goblins, as it appears.
Well, we might be able to question one of them.
Did you have a gun out? I thought you had your syringe.
You had your injection thing out.
I did. I'm going to put it away and bring out the gun, I guess.
Okay.
That's-
Then
That's a move?
yeah, I think that's your move.
Unless you have
action,
a
then.
bonus, something bonus.
Okay.
Do you have a +1 bonus?
To what?
I don't think you do. To your attack.
I mean, I have a ranged attack +1.
No, I think it's your proficiency. Or not proficiency. It's like if your
Attack
base attack
bonus?
bonus is +1. Yeah.
No, I have +0.
Okay.
So I don't do anything then. I'm just going to say, as a swift action, I'm going to move in front of Rick,
Uh-huh.
and I'm going to slime this part of the floor.
Okay.
So gross.
That's very
I'm just going to be
gross.
like, oh, goodness.
That's how it sounds.
Oh gosh. Okay, so you slime the square in front of you is what you're saying.
Yes. Try and
All right.
cross that without slipping.
Oh my goodness. All right.
Nico starts chuckling out to himself, and he kind of calls out to Heerz. It's just like, "Hey, Heerz, I got a joke. You ready for it?
I'm so ready.
What would happen if Nashara wore underpants?"
What?
He would make an inky in his underpants.
I don't get it.
That was all right. Not bad.
I'm sorry, but I do not understand your joke.
Is that
It's
funny?
the top of round 2. It's the top of round 2. Heerz, it is your turn. What are you doing?
Say again?
All right.
Yeah.
Here's
Why is it
rules.
Heer's turn? I have...
So when
High
you
initiative.
do ready in action,
Uh-huh.
your initiative moves.
No, that's
Yes,
delay.
it does. No, that's when you ready in action. It
No,
says
I specifically said I wasn't... Ready says... Now I'm going to argue this. Hold on.
that's fine.
Because Heer's also ready in action.
I
Just
know.
saying.
This changes your
I have, like,
initiative count to the
forearms,
current
though.
initiative count for the remainder of the combat.
Is that delay or ready?
Ready.
What the F? It's in both of them? Then I'm never going to do that again.
Wow, this is the second time that you've done that where it's gone through. I'm sorry.
What the F, man? Who wrote this?
That
Why?
sucks.
It's like one of them should have a benefit over the other. What's the point? What's the difference between delay and ready in action then?
Delay, ready in action just gives you a trigger. Delay in action just allows you to go later after you see what everyone does.
Yeah, you have to decide what you're gonna do when you ready in action, but when you delay, you still have that autonomy to make that choice.
Yeah.
I guess it doesn't make sense to me. Like the ready the action shouldn't change your initiative order. Is all. One of them shouldn't change your initiative order. I think the change of initiative order is kind of silly and frustrating. I'm never gonna ready it. I'm just gonna shoot from the first time every time.
Listeners, if you agree or disagree, please
But I thought you're like
tell us.
lawful good.
I know. I'm trying to be
Yeah,
lawful good.
so
bit
yeah,
like-
so you
Rules
love
don't
the
let me.
rules.
Reactionary.
You love the rules, Kev.
I know.
That's like the thing about being lawful
Yeah,
good.
dude, you
know?
gotta love those rules.
The rules suck sometimes.
Yeah, but you gotta abide by them.
But that just like defeats the entire purpose of having a high initiative at this point. Like,
Well, that's the risk you take.
Okay.
Here's it's still your turn.
All right, so
I'm gonna leave that silence
right.
in there. Here's it's still your turn. Kev has nothing
Here's
to
just
say.
like, hey,
Kev
guys.
is mad.
As terrible as these things are, and they're really annoying, we probably got to leave one alive. They might have been planted. You know what I'm saying? There's a lot of manipulation going on here, so I'm going to kill one of them. Let's keep the other one alive.
and he just like shoots a magic missile at the face of the one
Ooh.
right behind the dead one in front of them on the left.
Damn.
Okay.
Rick replies back to you and says, "There is also their leader, the Hobgoblin."
Yeah, well, we don't know what's going on with him.
He's not here right now, is he?
She.
It's a she.
She's not here right now, is she? All right.
Okay, so
What's your magic missile damage?
it
Is
is
1,
One
2,
second.
3, 4,
I'm sorry.
5.
1, 2,
Why can't
3,
I
4,
find- Okay,
5.
all right.
There it is.
All right, here we go. 2d4 plus 1.
Wow.
Okay.
Ridiculous.
2d4 plus 1. All right, come
Okay,
on.
okay,
Jeez. All
okay.
right, 6. It's 6 damage, but in the
Wow.
face.
Smashes the goblin whose face is burned off and falls immediately dead. You all are making short work of them. Hey, Rick, it's your turn. Unless Heerz wanted to do anything else.
Heerz has successfully tossed the gun to Rick at this point.
Yep.
That's all he says.
Rick just quits. He goes and walks away. No, I'll roll a hit.
With the ice carbine?
I got a 6. No, with the artillery. So the carbine. Oh yeah, you want to roll the catch?
I'll say, sure. Why not?
Okay, so wait, I rolled a
Athletics
6
check.
for the fire, which is
Acrobatics, yeah.
So it's gonna be a 11 to hit. I don't want to cheat and like re-roll. So
Okay. So it's an 11 to hit. Yeah, that hits.
okay, cool. And I'm gonna roll a strength check. You said
I'll say
Or dex?
acrobatics.
Acrobatics.
Yeah.
Where's acrobatics.
Because like you're trying to shoot with a cannon and also catch a
natural
large
20. So
that
like
wow
like a complete badass. He
with
just
a
kind of like
style
Damn.
yeah.
with a flourish.
like you toss the gun over and he switches it around and like cocks it and flips it onto his shoulder.
Impressive. And how much damage did you do to the goblin?
I don't know. I didn't roll it yet.
Okay.
That's a D10 though.
Oh my goodness.
4 points of damage.
All right, 4 points of damage to that goblin. That literally, like, you feel the air around you just like sizzle with the heat of that shot, and that goblin looks pretty close to dead. But it is that goblin's turn, and even there's like blood coming down from the goblin's face as like almost half of it is just charred. It just kind of slowly goes like,
Jintaroga's taking the bridge. Jintaroga will kill you. Jintaroga's taking the bridge. Jintaroga will kill you.
and then takes out a laser pistol and fires it at Heerz. They ain't dummies. That is a 19 to hit.
Good God.
Yeah.
Jintaroga is
2 points of damage
hobgoblin.
to you. It is Grath's turn next. Grath starts to aim down at the goblin and then looks at Nico and looks at the four of you and says, "What do you guys want to do here? We got this one left." And he's going to delay his turn. It is whose turn's next? I believe it is Nico. What you going to do?
I say we keep it alive.
Yep, that's what Nico's going to do. So
Completely agree.
Nico isn't going to shoot with 2 blasters. He's going to hear. It was Griff who said this, right?
Graf
Griff
said,
Asset. Yeah.
Graf said, what do you want to do?
Nico's going to look over at Graf, and he's just going to, with kind of like a smug look on his face, he's going to say, "Watch this." And Nico kind of lowers his arm with one blaster, and he kind of levels the other one, and looks as though he's really, really focusing hard to take one shot, right?
Okay.
All right. So Nico's only going to shoot with 1, so it eliminates the DC. And what Nico's going to try to do, he's going to try and kneecap this last goblin here.
So
And-
you're going to do non-lethal damage, is what you're saying.
Yeah, non-lethal damage, and he's going to shoot with 1 blaster.
You're gonna-
So non-lethal is a
Makes
minus
sense.
what?
4.
Minus 4? Okay, so it's a
Yeah. Okay. So you level it. That's super cool.
18 on the roll. So 17
18.
total.
That is a hit. Yeah, that's a hit.
3 damage.
3 damage, and that goblin, as like their knee just explodes and they fall onto the ground, it seems like, and they seem to fall unconscious. But you do successfully take them out.
You non-lethally kill them.
You non-lethally killed them.
Nico also just kind of laughs himself like, that's funny.
So Rick is gonna then like drop his. He's got his azimuth artillery laser on a strap underneath his trench coat, and he just drops it, and it flings back behind him underneath his trench coat. And now he's got hit the cryo rifle in his other hand, and he's going to charge forward and
Past the
basically-
slime. Through Dr. OK's slime.
Do you want me to roll? Yeah. No, he'll run around it.
Okay. He doesn't step in Dr. OK's slime. Okay.
He just. And then
So
he's
you
gonna
run down the hallway.
Yeah, and then he's gonna tie up the goblin.
Okay.
He's gonna it's gonna be like very tactical. Like he charges forward and he's gonna kick the goblin over onto its stomach and then like put a knee onto its back and then grab its arms and tie them together.
Okay. You all are out of combat now. As you wait a minute, no other goblin moves. Grath starts to walk up. What are you all doing?
I'm going to see what Song's up to.
Nico's going to walk over to the one that he kneecapped, and with his foot, he's just going to move the goblin's helmet over to expose the other side of his cheek, just to make sure that the goblin is still breathing.
Yeah, the goblin is down, unconscious, but stable.
Heerz attempts to smack the goblin awake.
Okay. Before we get to that, Dr. OK, you walk over to Song.
Yes, I'm going to ask Song to join us. Seems the danger is abated, and
Are they done? They're gone.
it's
okay.
Come with us. We may have some questions that you could fill in.
Okay.
The blanks.
And Song starts to walk up. Can we just forget about that little? I got very afraid, but I do have a reputation to maintain around here. Can we just forget that I was so terrified? If anyone asks, maybe.
Roll a persuasion.
Yeah.
You want me to roll a persuasion check? Let's find out. It will be a diplomacy check.
Dun 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 dun.
What would be the
it's a
DC?
9.
I'm sure that doesn't pass.
But he's trying to do a diplomacy check against you. So what do you do?
I don't know. I'm not going to stick my neck out for some salt-slinging cook with cowardice.
So what do you say?
Until I say, Song, I can't really defend. I'm not your lawyer. What you decide to do is really on you, and I can't. I will do my best, but I can't make a promise to you that this won't come back to haunt you.
Song just stares at you with that flat android affectation and then takes a big breath and says, I'll remember that.
Unless you can tell me something.
And walks away.
You there, Song, android.
Why should I stop? I asked you for a favor and you did not.
I was opening. I thought we were having a conversation. You just gonna walk off?
Well, I asked you for a favor and you didn't appreciate the favor, so I'm going to leave.
Because I had a clarification on my part that you're just gonna walk off. I see how it is.
Heerz, you slap the goblin awake is what you're trying to do? Mm-hmm. Okay.
Wake up.
So Rick, before you go to slap him, he's gonna like just give you a look like, man, don't hit him. But then he's gonna just set the goblin down because he just tied them all up. And then Rick is gonna stand up and say, I believe we should get to the bridge. It sounds like there is an emergency.
Are you gonna join us, Song, or are you gonna wet yourself on the way up there?
Now, if he wasn't indignant towards you now he definitely.
Oh yeah, I know. It's fine.
I'm going to remain here and clean things up.
Yeah. Don't forget that spot on the floor, android.
You do that song.
And Grath looks over and says, I don't know what's going on. There's something going on in the bridge, and I'm worried about it. So what is your plan here?
Grath, the goblin stated that Gentiroga is going to take the bridge. Gentiroga is the hobgoblin leader of these group. We must go now. And he's going to start walking down that hall towards the... I'm going to roll
Don't we have to go back
knowledge
up?
check on what direction we need to go.
Yeah, don't we have to go back up?
There's a
To the
There's a
bridge?
stairwell over towards us, I think.
There is a stairwell right
There's
near
like
you.
multiple ways to go.
So you did or you did not wake up the goblin?
I thought we woke him up.
Rick did not.
You did or you did not? Let's clear that up
Let's
first.
find out. I attempted to, and then Rick brought up a pretty good point that we should just go. So yeah, I follow through with the slap because he didn't
goblin-
catch me in time. Yeah.
The goblin kind of wakes up a little bit and starts to open their big eyes.
Nico kind of looks back at him. He's
You're
just like,
gonna die.
"Oh, you're back with us. Good to see you." Nico says, "Oh, you're back.
Welcome back to hell.
Good to see you, buddy. Good to see you." Now, let me make something very clear right here. You have a shattered kneecap, courtesy of me. I shot your kneecap. Thank you. You're welcome. Now, let me tell you how this is going to go. You're going to tell me how many of your compatriots are storming the bridge right now. And I'm not going to put a bolt between your eyes. If you don't, then your existence is going to come to a climactic and sudden end. There will be black, 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 nothing for you. Do you understand me? And he's going to roll an intimidation check.
Roll it.
Oh, boy. 18 plus the intimidation, which I think is plus 6, but I will double check.
Yeah, double check.
18 plus 6. Yeah, plus 6. That's a 24.
She's going to kill you. But there is something here. If you want it before you die. There is a map. There is a map over there.
And points to one of the other dead goblin bodies.
Heerz goes to that body
Nico continues to...
and fishes it out.
Nico's just like, who is she? And if you tell me, I'll make your death painless.
Jajaroga. She's talking to the goblin's...
No! She's going to kill you. Jinjaroga will kill you.
That's the hobgoblin.
Nico finally just shoots the thing in the head.
Dies.
Nico's just like, had enough.
Here's you walk over to a body, and it's the body that is right in front of you, in front of the doors here. And when you reach down, you reach into the pockets of one of the goblin, of that goblin, and you pull out a pillowcase. And the pillowcase on it seems to be like scribbled in black ink. I'll put it in your journals soon enough. In some of like what appears to be the rough outline of the ship, there are some X's and question marks and like a couple areas circled. One of the areas is right here next
so
to...
they were looting the ship, it seems.
What do you think?
Where was that? X? This one area where we like took them down, right?
Yeah, so
gotcha.
so there's an X in the area that you're at now, and there are a couple other X's.
And all the X's appear the
around the ship.
same on the sheet.
Yeah, it's pretty hastily scribbled. It's at that point that you're standing there, and you look and see this map, and then there is this like, and it's the intercom coming in and out, and you hear like,
We must go now.
and then you hear a voice that is unmistakably Captain Ramin saying, "Get off my bridge!" And it cuts out, silent.
Where is the access to the... Is it this ladder well here?
Yeah.
Okay, so Rick is already at that ladder well, and he's going to go up.
Okay.
Nico's going to be close up behind him. He's like, oh, gosh, I've been looking forward to this one.
I am going to ready my blaster and my Kosjet and
Okay.
join the Did we kill the goblin? Yeah, we did, right?
Yeah, he's dead.
Yeah, so I'm
Goblin
going to
is
equip
dead.
my weapon. Tell Song to clean up my slime puddle.
Ridiculous. Song just like doesn't even listen and just walks into the kitchen to start to get stuff.
Clean my slime.
Heerz pockets the map and takes up the rear.
Okay. And you all should pop up around. Hold on one sec.
Oh, man, I gotta read up on this more, but I'm looking at the description of the ice carbine, and it's got a hardness level and hit points. So, like, you can damage weapons?
Yeah, 100%. Yeah. So you all are.
Sorry, how do I do that? Can I just target a weapon?
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
is there like do I need to be like? Do I get a bonus or a penalty?
We can look at the rules for that.
I thought we were on the bridge level when we were at the crew quarters.
And then we went back down to fight the goblins.
Yeah.
So now we have to go back up to the bridge
Yeah.
level. What is this here? Straight down the hallway,
Bulkhead.
kind of in the corner.
Just part
It's
of the bulkhead.
Okay.
That just comes
so
in.
Then, as we come up the ladder, well, Rick is going to just kind of take charge. He's got his carbine out, and he's strafing the wall.
Okay.
How did you get all the way over there, Doctor?
Yeah.
I ran really fast.
Okay, so let's take this in as it happens. You start coming up. You start running down. Heerz, you're in the corner there. Are you still in the corner?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Nico, you're going to go the other way.
Oh, sorry.
You came up these here. Came up these ladders here.
Sorry.
You're going
I'm
up
coming
towards
this
the
way.
bridge. Okay. All right.
Okay, wait. I'm sorry. Who is moving first? Because I was the first one up the ladder. Well,
Yep. So you're probably at the door first, Rick. Okay. As you approach, Grath walks up behind you.
I'm going to ready, by the way, a booster for myself. If, can I hold an action before, combat starts?
it's going to change your initiative.
But I'm doing it I don't want to do it when I'm not in combat.
Yeah, I'll agree to that. Rick is going to stand in front of the doors and have his rifle up in the same aspect. And this would be like a surprise round type move, right?
So here's the thing about surprise round. If you open the door and they are unaware of you, you will be in a surprise round. So that's the thing, is that you're going to have to roll a stealth check to an opening door.
So, but like, what if I have my gun up and ready? Does that do anything for us?
Not really. I mean, you're just ready to take a shot. You're not going to get any bonuses from having your gun ready when your gun's ready. Like, the roll is to see if you hit. The roll isn't to see, are you ready? Are you aiming necessarily, right? So I don't think you can necessarily get any bonuses from being ready, I would say.
Whatever. Let's just go.
Well, no, I mean, what did you want to do?
I wanted to.
Exactly.
I wanted if we get into combat right away, before combat starts, I wanted to hit myself with a basic booster.
Oh, why don't you just,
because it lasts for only a certain amount of rounds.
That's fine. If whenever you decide that you're about to go in, I will allow you to use that. That's fine.
Before
Yeah.
out of combat, basically.
Yeah, but if we do that and then you all are talking for a bit, then I'm gonna say it's gonna wear off. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So you're gonna have to go into combat pretty quickly. That's all.
Okay.
That's fine.
Okay.
Totally cool. So as you walk up the door doesn't open immediately, and Grath walks up behind you and says, "Guys, it sounds like Jinchurok is in there. Something's going on, but we need to make sure that we're careful here. The door's not going to open unless I use this."
Do you know the layout, Grath?
I do. It's like an octagonal shape. Captain's right in the middle. A couple of stations at some corners.
Seems like a tactical hairball.
It's hairball indeed. You must get a lot of hairballs.
Yes, it sticks to my slime quite easily. It's very hard to get out.
I think we're friends because I also get a lot of hairballs, so that's fine.
All right, guys. Yeah, we get it. You're both
All right.
gross. So what are we going to do?
You're not my friend, Heerz, anymore. No more moonshine. He says, "Look, I've got this," and he pulls out the key. As soon as I touch this, the door's going to open. So we need to be ready.
Nico's going to walk up behind. He's going to walk up behind Graf. He's going to be like, okay, the moment you open the door, then get out of the way. I'm going to just shoot. Nico's going to look over at Rick, and he's just going to be like, Rick, what do you got for this situation?
I have the same guns that I've been using for the last several fights that we have been in.
Hey,
together.
I'm sorry, RoboCop. I'm just trying to figure out if you got some other programming or something you haven't shown us yet that you'd like to use to wow us in this moment.
Nick,
just
roll
saying.
a listening check. I'm just kidding. I'm just being a douche. I'm being a douche.
Not all androids have some kind of special programming, as you say. Jesus.
All androids are sarcastic.
Hey, not to mention, seeing as though my company built like RoboCops and droids and cyborgs to begin with, like, and androids, that's a fair question.
Except in this world, we don't exactly understand how androids come about. Like, there's a whole mythos about whether or not they're created or, kind of born. So just because you build robots doesn't mean you know androids.
True, but I mean, it's still a fair question.
So play it as you would normally play it, Kev.
No, that was it. Like,
Okay.
he would just give you a blank stare.
Okay.
Because it's almost offensive to ask. It's like, well, you got any kind of special programming? Like, it's almost racist to assume that an android has some kind of special ability just because they're an android.
So, Nico, I'm going to move out of the way. So I'm going to open the door.
Yep.
Yeah.
So
No,
open the
move
door,
on.
move
Okay.
out of the way, and I'm taking first shot. Anybody else coming after?
I suggest we all take cover. Otherwise, you are putting yourself in a line of fire.
So Grath is going to stand next to Heerz, and he's going to have his key card ready. Heerz is standing right in front of where the key card would be, but he's going to reach over. Nico and Dr. OK are standing right in front of the doors, about 5 feet back, and Rick is on the other side of Heerz, the side of the door.
I mean, I'm ready.
Well, I'm ready to go.
I'm ready.
You guys are
I
ready.
think you guys shouldn't be standing in front of the open doors. You're going to get shot.
You're just
Okay, so Will,
Just for the listener,
you're going to take the
Heerz.
booster and get it for 4 rounds.
Yeah, 3 rounds, but
Cool.
it's fine.
Oh, I thought you said 4.
I read it wrong. It's 3 rounds, and then I read +1 as something else, but it's 3 rounds. It's fine.
Okay. Oh, this is good.
Hey, Nico, you're really gonna be right there, huh?
Just for the first round there, Heerz.
All
Don't
right.
worry about me. I got 1 or 2 tricks up my sleeve.
All right, buddy.
All right. All right.
I got some, and he looks over at Rick.
Fucking
Some
open it.
special programming.
All right, Rat. I mean, yeah, not Rat Guy. Can you open it up?
Grath guy.
Grass Guy.
Grath nods, despite the abuse,
I took it back.
and takes the card out. You can tell Grath calm, measured, despite the tension of opening up the bridge to see what's going on. As Grath reaches up and the card is recognized by the controller, and you hear like "Ba-doo," and the sound of the controller starts to slow down, and the door, you hear like, and to the 4 of you, the sound of the door opening seems to be incredibly slow. Time seems to almost slow down, and the sound of the door is like moving slowly through the air. But none of you really hear it as all of you begin experiencing like these slight flashes of events. It's like a little bewildering, like the sound of the door opening in Algiada, the sound of the pistol, the casting of the spell, like random phrases from conversations seem to all like start to pepper your vision in these flashes over the last few days. They like sprinkle into your brain as the world suddenly starts to speed back up. And as it starts to speed back up and the door starts to open, all of you are seeming to breathe heavy, and it seems like for a split second so much time passed by, but it was literally a millisecond. But all of you suddenly just feel more aware of your bodies and your abilities because you're all now level 2, and that's our game.
Oh, yeah.
Nice.
That's what I'm talking about.
You're finally level 2.
Just before for the combat, huh? My goodness, I feel different. I feel stronger than before. You could almost say strong for my kin. Oh man, leveling up is one of my favorite parts of the game. It allows you to develop and shape your character to fit your style of play. Maybe you're like me and thinking about improving some skills to fit more of Dr. OK's persona. But I hear you. Maybe you've looked at the core rulebook, thanks Paizo, and don't know where to begin. But don't fret. There's a lot of cool resources online and tools that you can take advantage of. You can visit our website, willsavethepodcast.com, and check out links to things like Hero Lab, which makes it easy to manage your character during gameplay. But also compare feats and abilities with relative ease. In fact, I'm now going to leave because I'm too excited to see what additional features I've unlocked and level up Dr. OK for the first time. Ooh, it feels like the very first time. Tune in next week.